With elections right around the corner, we are taking a closer look at some of the ballot measures you can expect to see in November. KREM 2's Christian Garza joining us now with more information on the only statewide ballot measure this year. Christian?
Well, Amendment 8201 is a constitutional amendment that would give the Washington State Investment Board permission to invest a portion of the state's long-term care services and supports trust fund, otherwise known as the Washington Cares Fund more broadly. Amendment 8201 was placed on the ballot by bipartisan supermajority in the last legislative session, with only a handful of people voting against it. For background, a similar ballot measure was voted on back in 2020. However, voters rejected it 54 to 45%. Now, leaders in support of 8201 say this time around is different because Washingtonians are more familiar with the long-term cares program and its benefits.
This amendment and this change is exactly what we need in this moment of uncertainty and rapid rise of costs of healthcare in Washington state.
Justin Gill, the president of the Washington State Nurses Association, says due to federal funding concerns, now is the time to start thinking of different ways to protect the program by expanding these funds for the people who need it.
It's important that people be able to access the essential components of long-term care and home health care that they need. This affects people in every corner of the state. It affects people in various demographics. And so for me, when I look at it, when I see a bipartisan supermajority backing this, I think it really highlights the urgency of the moment.
According to the Washington State Actuary Office, if ballot measure 8201 is approved, investing a portion of the reserves could increase the fund by nearly $192 billion by 2077. With election night less than 2 weeks away, leaders who oppose the measure,
I don't think it's good policy.
Like Representative Joe Schmick, says the risk of investing Washingtonians' money is just too great.
Well, it'd be nice if you got great returns and build that fund up. But again, you're putting money at risk, and especially money that's been entrusted to the state on the taxpayers' behalf. It just needs to be there.
To be clear, funds are already invested in things like bonds and treasury bills, which supporters of 8201 say limits how much the fund can grow. The amendment would then allow professional investors through the State Investment Board to invest a portion of the fund through stocks and other equities, similar to how the state already invests public pension and retirement funds.
This is money for long-term care, and it stays money for long-term care. It is not something that can be utilized for other purposes other than the purposes intended in this amendment.
I worry about the precedent that this would set. If this passes, well, what's to say we don't invest other monies and put other people's money at risk?
Now, I did reach out to the Washington State Investment Board to clarify what % of the reserve fund would be used in these potential investments. They have yet to get back to me. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.